Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another quick video. I just want to go through some of the stuff that I kind of missed, or rather I didn't really miss it, but it just came around today. So it's time for us to get a little bit more insight in the changes to 3.2.1. So number one, we have the Esper Pop quiz, which is also in global, so the answer is going to be Greek. Don't ask the world chat for their opinion or they'll give you a lot of nonsense over there. Anyway, let's move on with the rest of the other changes. So let's take a look at the Ritual Miracle. So this just came live in the PTR server. So there is 3 of each, which I had hoped not to be. I seriously hope that this wasn't the case because I do not want to have to keep doing so many different content every single day. Now let's find out whether is this literally like just 3 times or do we have to do this 9 times, right? So let's blitz Chronos real quick here, 3 times. Alright, nice, we got 3 wins like that. And let's see, we still have to do Fafnir and APAP. Oh my goodness. Wow, this actually kind of sucks for me in my opinion. So now we have to go in between all the different screens every single day just to make the most out of your relics. And of course, this is going to add on to the rest of your clutter as well, because let's say you're focusing all your attention on APAP right now, but now you still need to juggle some of the extra sets that you're going to get from Fafnir and Chronos as well. I don't really like this. I just wish that if they would probably give like 9 times double entry in any one of the Ritual Miracles, right? Don't just dump it into all the 3 different Ritual Miracles. I feel like that is not very good in terms of UI, or rather not very good in terms of the user experience. Now, another change in the point war itself, okay, so this is something that I should have talked about yesterday, but this slipped my mind completely. Okay, so once you have done 5 runs per week, because every single week is 1 season, right? So after doing 5 runs, you can actually go to challenge, and this is what your PvP looks like.
As you look in the night sky, hours and minutes just fly by. Musical melodies, living the reverie, and I'll be here as your lifeline. Forget the problems, forget the miracles, all of your issues go bye-bye. Pour me a glass, pour us some shots, drink until the night is over. Our grievances wait till we wake up tomorrow after I clear the hangover. Just let the angels round you, help you when they sing, and let's have the bartender pour us another round of drinks. So down you go. What's gonna stop you from drinking? You feel it conscious.
Alright, so that was 10 runs live. So that's all the time that it took for me to clear 10 of my entries, which is amazing because all of that time that we spent just speeding through 10 of the runs did not even amount to half a single run that it takes me right now. Like right now I can auto all point war offenses, but that takes me like 4 minutes each time. It's crazy. So this is amazing change to the point war system right now. I love it so much. And it definitely makes clearing this content a lot easier as well, because you don't really need to worry too much about losing fights, because if you lose, it's really just like, bam, you lose, and that's about it, right? You don't have to sit through the whole thing and then lose, and then that triggers you a little bit more. But the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the knockout. So the knockout is going to be an amazing new point war content. It's not say point war, but it's quite related to point war. So the thing is you can set your defense formation, and of course the competition starts in about a couple of days time. So I've actually haven't set my defense yet, and everything is just pre-allocated. You can definitely swap things around according to how you feel like you're going to benefit from this, but it's quite important that you win all your fights. So let's take a look at why this is the case. So going to the rewards here, you will notice that the top 10 players will get 3 legendary Abilimons. 3! And the top 64 players would get another 3 legendary Abilimons. I don't think these stack, okay, so I think if you're in the top 10, you wouldn't qualify for like 6 legendary Abilimons. That don't make sense. But this is insane, dude. The top 64 players in the entire server is going to get 3 legendary Abilimons. And how often does this reset? Let's try to find out as well. But apart from the top 64, the top 1% of players are going to obtain more than 2 copies of legendary Abilimons each season, with of course a lot of crystals as well. This is something that I just completely glossed over. And in fact, if you are at least the top 7% of, I'm not sure how they get these numbers, but if you're at least the top 7% of all the players in the game, you would be able to obtain legendary Abilimons. So it's going to be very important that you set defenses that makes your team very tanky, makes your team very strong, and make sure that you win all the fights as well. It's very important that you win. So you need to have a lot of strategy involved over here, which is something that I'll probably talk about a little bit more as well. Alright, and let's take a look at the information screen here. So match rules, you can earn supply vouchers during knockout by challenging other squads. Spend supply vouchers to get supplies from the tournament shop, and each duel costs 1 knockout entry ticket, and you get 1 ticket every 4 hours, with a storage limit of 20, so it takes you a total of 80 hours to fully stock up all the tickets, right? And you start the season with 10 knockout entry tickets as well. Now you can configure a defensive team to automatically battle other players' challenges, and a defensive victory will also earn you medals, so you need to win in order for you to earn medals. You can set 2 defensive teams, each with 5 espers. Now medals and rankings, defeating an enemy team will earn you medals, whereas a loss will deduct medals, so it's... if you don't think you can win, it's best not to even attempt. And if you have already bested a player, you cannot challenge them again, and you can only challenge the same player 3 times, I think, per season. Now, there are 4 enemy teams in each round. Defeating higher tier enemies grants you more medals upon victory, but the number of supply vouchers remain fixed. A defeat deducts medals, but a small amount of supply vouchers will still be rewarded. And when a season is tallied, players will be ranked based on the number of medals that they have, and season rewards based on their ranks. Reward details can be checked in the reward screen as well. Now, if you haven't participated in the current knockout season, you will not be able to obtain any of the rewards, and at the start of each new season, players will receive a certain amount of medals based on their rank during the last season. Oh! So players who achieve better scores in the past, they are going to have an advantage in getting the legendary Abilimons because they will instantly have the medal head start, which is definitely going to be a little bit pay to win, but then again, all point war, all kinds of PvP is always pay to win after all. But I do feel like in order to make this a little bit more balanced, they should at least reset everyone's medals to 0. I feel like that is probably going to be a lot more meaningful for new players or like weaker players to at least try to attempt to get 3 copies of legendary Abilimons in the current week, right? So even out the playing field, I think. So I don't think this is actually really good in terms of like competitiveness. Now, replay, you can view replays of knockout matches in battle reports, and the rewards are as such. Round reward, you earn some supply vouchers for every winning round, and season reward sent to you via mail based on your rank in a knockout season. So unfortunately, I do not know how long a single season lasts, but I will probably get back to this when this event actually drops live in the PTR server. So let's take a look at the rest of the UI before we end off this video. So over here we have the leaderboard, which is obviously nothing right now. And this is your medals. Okay, so medals are used to decide a squad's ranking in the knockout, and the number of medals changes with the squad's victories as well. More medals and higher ranks grant more rewards in the knockout. And of course, this is the number of days left before the competition actually starts, which we will look at. And there is a leaderboard here, which is currently nothing because no one has participated just yet. So I think that's about it. That's about all the clickable stuff that we have right here. So yeah, obviously I'll talk a little bit more about the strategies that I might come up with regards to the knockout, right? But maybe not for now. Yeah, so I think that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.